Welcome to another fascinating episode of Psych with Sigmund. Today we're going to explore a topic that's been gaining significant attention in recent years, the role of gut microbiota in mental health. You might be wondering what your gut has to do with your mental well-being, but trust me, the connection is more intricate than you think. As my colleagues in the field would agree, understanding this relationship can revolutionize how we approach mental health. The role of gut microbiota in mental health refers to the influence that the trillions of microorganisms living in our gastrointestinal tract have on our brain and behavior. This concept is important in psychology because it highlights the complex interplay between our body, brain, and environment. The gut-brain axis, as it's often called, is a bidirectional communication network that allows our gut microbiome to send signals to our brain, influencing our mood, cognitive function, and even our behavior. The idea that our gut health is linked to our mental health dates back to the early 20th century, when scientists like Elie Metchnikoff first proposed the concept of a gut-brain axis. However, it wasn't until recent advances in microbiome research that we began to understand the full extent of this relationship. Today, we know that our gut microbiome produces neurotransmitters, hormones, and other signaling molecules that can affect our brain function and behavior. From a theoretical perspective, the role of gut microbiota in mental health is closely tied to several major psychological theories, including the biopsychosocial model, which posits that our mental health is influenced by a combination of biological, psychological, and social factors. The gut-brain axis is also relevant to attachment theory, as research has shown that early life experiences, such as maternal care and nutrition, can shape our gut microbiome and influence our attachment style. One of the key researchers in this field is Dr. Emmerin Mayer, a gastroenterologist who has spent decades studying the relationship between the gut and the brain. His work has shown that the gut microbiome plays a critical role in regulating our stress response, with certain microorganisms producing anti-inflammatory compounds that can help to reduce anxiety and depression. Research has also shown that an imbalance of the gut microbiome, also known as dysbiosis, is associated with a range of mental health conditions, including anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, and even schizophrenia. For example, studies have found that individuals with depression tend to have lower levels of certain beneficial microorganisms, such as bifidobacterium and lactobacillus, and higher levels of pro-inflammatory microorganisms, such as Escherichia and Streptococcus. But what does this mean for our everyday lives? How can we use this knowledge to improve our mental health? Well, one practical application is to pay attention to our diet. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and fermented foods like yogurt and kimchi can help to support the growth of beneficial microorganisms in our gut. My experience with clients has shown that even small changes, such as incorporating a daily probiotic supplement or drinking kefir, can have a noticeable impact on their mental well-being. Another important factor is stress management. Chronic stress can disrupt the balance of our gut microbiome, leading to increased inflammation and oxidative stress. Techniques like meditation, yoga, and deep breathing can help to reduce stress and promote relaxation, which in turn can help to support the health of our gut microbiome. In addition to dietary changes and stress management, there are also therapeutic approaches that target the gut-brain axis directly. For example, psychobiotics are a type of probiotic that has been shown to have a positive impact on mental health. These microorganisms can produce neurotransmitters and other signaling molecules that can help to regulate our mood and cognitive function. While the research in this area is promising, it's also important to acknowledge the limitations of our current understanding. More research is needed to fully understand the mechanisms by which the gut microbiome influences our brain and behavior. Additionally, we need to be cautious when interpreting the results of studies, as correlation does not necessarily imply causation. In conclusion, the role of gut microbiota in mental health is a groundbreaking area of research that highlights the intricate relationships between our body, brain, and environment. By acknowledging the significance of our gut microbiome, we can take a more holistic approach to mental health, one that incorporates dietary changes, stress management, and possibly even probiotic interventions. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.